Welcome to the ConnectON tutorial series. The aim of this tutorial is to provide an overview of the ConnectON dashboard, what data sources are used, and how you can access the dashboard. We'll also demonstrate how to navigate through the sections of the dashboard and learn how to interpret the data. The ConnectON dashboard is a publicly available visual representation of data for the agriculture and manufacturing sectors in Ontario. The dashboard enables you to visualize data locally, regionally, and provincially, such as the number of businesses by sector, employment data, trends in farming, and much more. Data is available to view for over 60 areas. The list is comprehensive, and we are working to include all areas in Ontario once the data is available. And lastly, you can download the data visuals in the dashboard for reference or use in reports and presentations. The data represented in the dashboard is a combination of aggregated ConnectON data, census data from Statistics Canada, OMAFRA Analyst, OMAFRA County Profiles, and workforce planning data. The dashboard is publicly available, and anyone is welcome to use it. To access the dashboard, simply go to the ConnectON website, select an area, and hit go. Let's demonstrate this. On the ConnectON website, in the drop-down menu, there are over 60 areas to choose from. For our demonstration, we will select Niagara and click Go. The dashboard has 3 sections: At a Glance, Agriculture, and Manufacturing. The At a Glance page includes a high-level summary of the agriculture and manufacturing sectors, as well as a snapshot of the economic impact of these sectors on the selected geographic area. Lastly, sales and trade information are provided for farms. Before we look at the agriculture dashboard, I want to note a couple of additional features. The area drop-down menu in the top left-hand corner allows you to change the area being displayed in the dashboard at any time. Simply select an area, and the data will repopulate. In the top right-hand corner, there is a print icon. Click here to download a PDF of the current dashboard page you are viewing. This function is available on every page of the dashboard. Let's take a look at the agriculture dashboard. The landing page includes a list of sources that matches the graph to the corresponding data source, additional links for reference such as the OMAFRA Agriculture Systems Portal, and lastly, a list of NAICS codes to illustrate the agriculture supply and value chains in Ontario. The codes listed are the agricultural industry groups that the dashboard focuses on. The glossary terms directly link to the terminology used in the visuals you see in the dashboard. We encourage referencing the glossary when interpreting the data. This is a farm acreage map of Ontario. On this scale, dark blue areas have the most acreage of total farmland compared to the lighter blue areas with fewer acres of total farmland. And if we hover over the map, a small pop-up window appears, and we can see the number of farms for each area. On the farm employment page, we can see the total number of farm operators with a breakdown by gender and the average age. You can also compare the selected area with the province or select a region. For example, let's compare Niagara to the regional area it belongs to. This is a perfect time to reference the glossary. Niagara belongs to Southern Ontario as defined by Statistics Canada. The total number of people employed by farm operators is indicated, as well as the breakdown of their type of employment. And lastly, the top employers by farm type are listed. The farmland page shows the percentage of land that is used for agriculture in that area versus the total land. Again, here you can compare the selected area with the province or a regional area. The breakdown of tenure farmland is provided, and we can also see the trends of the number of farms and acreage over time. Lastly, the number of farms by size is also indicated. On the Farm by Industry page, the first visual is the percentage of farms by industry group. This page also reports the top crops by acreage. The acreage indicates the total number of acres of each crop type in Niagara. This visual illustrates the total number of farms who reported farming each crop. For example, there are 76,510 acres of soybeans growing on 381 farms in Niagara. And lastly, the top farms by NAICS code are provided. Let's refer to the glossary to understand how top farms is defined. Top farms by NAICS code refers to the primary farming activity at the 6-digit NAICS level. For example, in Niagara, there are 311 farms reporting their primary farming activity to be non-citrus fruit and tree nut farming. Let's look at the manufacturing dashboard. The manufacturing landing page includes a list of sources that matches the graph to the corresponding data source, additional links for reference, and a list of NAICS codes to illustrate the manufacturing supply and value chains in Ontario. The codes listed are the manufacturing subsectors and industry groups that the dashboard focuses on. The glossary terms directly link to the terminology used in the visuals you see in the dashboard. We encourage referencing the glossary when interpreting the data. This is a manufacturing employment map of Ontario. On this scale, the dark blue areas employ the most people compared to the lighter blue areas that employ fewer people. And if we hover over the map, a small pop-up window appears and we can see the number of manufacturing operations for each area. On the employment page, we can see the total number of manufacturers in Niagara and the breakdown of manufacturers with employees and without. Again, here you can compare the selected area with the province or a regional area. The total number of people employed by manufacturers is also reported, along with the breakdown of what industry they work in. Let's take a moment to talk about these 14,840 employees. If we look at the visual above, 58% of manufacturers have employees. This represents 14,840 employees, since the remaining 42% of manufacturers don't have employees. When we look at the manufacturers by employment range, this is also referring to the 58% of manufacturers or the 14,840 employees. This page is dedicated to agri-food manufacturing. The top agri-food manufacturers by NAICS code are shown. Counts are provided for agri-food retail businesses in Niagara. And lastly, we can see the agri-food manufacturers by employment range. For Niagara, nearly a third of operations employ 1 to 4 people, and almost a quarter employ 5 to 9 people. This indicates that small to medium-sized operations are key employers in Niagara. On the advanced manufacturing page, we have 2 graphs reporting manufacturing type, by top employment and top operations. Let's refer to the glossary to understand how top employment is defined. Top employment refers to permanent employees, which includes permanent full-time and permanent part-time. To relate the 2 graphs to one another, we can see that transportation equipment manufacturing employs the most people. There are 44 transportation equipment manufacturing operations employing 2,400 people, indicating that these 44 operations employ a lot of people. Interestingly, fabricated metal product manufacturing is the second top employer, with 170 operations, indicating that there's lots of operations, but the number of employees at each operation is smaller. This brings us to the end of our tutorial on the ConnectON dashboard. Be sure to check out our other tutorials that explore helpful ConnectON features. Thank you for watching. Please reach out to us at info@connecton.ca if you have any questions or suggestions on other tutorials you would like to see. Thank you.